Listen, life is a journey, but let me tell you, it's not about where you're going if you don't know who you're becoming. You want to reach the top. You want respect, value, impact that starts with building up your value from the inside out. You can't demand from others what you don't cultivate within yourself. So here are 8 habits, 8 choices that'll make you a person of high value, someone worth respecting, someone worth admiring. Setting boundaries is about taking control of your life by defining what you will and won't accept from others. It's not a one-time decision, but an ongoing practice of self-respect. Boundaries serve as personal rules that safeguard your time, energy, and peace of mind. They ensure that the people in your life treat you the way you deserve to be treated, creating a foundation for healthy, balanced relationships. When you set boundaries, you're establishing standards that reflect your self-worth, and you're sending a message to the world about what is and isn't acceptable. The first step in setting boundaries is self-awareness. Before you can communicate what you need from others, you have to be clear about those needs yourself. Ask yourself what truly matters to you and what you find unacceptable. Think about the areas of your life where you feel overextended or disrespected. These areas reveal where your boundaries need to be strengthened. Maybe it's with friends who call on you at all hours, expecting you to drop everything. Perhaps it's colleagues who pile work on you without regard for your time. Identifying these areas helps you clarify where boundaries are lacking. Setting boundaries also involves overcoming the fear of disappointing others. Often, people avoid setting limits because they worry about conflict or fear they'll be seen as difficult or uncooperative. But remember, boundaries aren't about pushing people away, they're about protecting your well-being. When you prioritize your needs, you're not being selfish, you're practicing self-respect. By saying no to things that drain you, you're making space for things that bring you energy and joy. It's a courageous act to prioritize your mental and emotional health, even if it means others may not always understand. Communication is a crucial part of setting boundaries. Boundaries don't have to be harsh or confrontational. In fact, they work best when delivered with clarity and calm. Practice stating your needs assertively without apology. A simple, respectful "I need some time to myself this weekend," or "I can't take on any more tasks right now" lets others know where you stand without any ambiguity. By being direct yet respectful, you make it clear that these are your standards and you expect them to be honored. Once you set a boundary, consistency is key. If you let people push past your limits, the boundary becomes meaningless. Stand firm, even when it's challenging. People may resist or try to guilt you into bending your rules, but remember why you set those boundaries in the first place. Consistently enforcing your boundaries sends a clear message that your standards are non-negotiable. Over time, others will learn to respect them because they understand you're serious about protecting your time and energy. It's also important to recognize that boundaries may need to be adjusted as your life changes. What was acceptable at one point may no longer be okay as you grow and evolve. Periodically reassess your boundaries to make sure they still align with your values and goals. You may find that you need stronger boundaries in some areas or that you're ready to relax them in others. Being adaptable with your boundaries keeps them relevant and effective, allowing them to serve you better as you navigate different phases of your life. Boundaries aren't just about protecting yourself from others, they're also a way to deepen your relationships. When people understand where you draw the line, they know how to interact with you in a respectful way. Healthy boundaries create a foundation of trust, where each person's needs are acknowledged and respected. Instead of feeling overwhelmed or resentful, you're able to give your best to others because you've taken care of your own needs first. Boundaries allow relationships to flourish on mutual respect and understanding. Sometimes setting boundaries means facing backlash, especially from those who have benefited from your lack of them in the past. These individuals may resist or criticize you for changing the rules, but don't let their reactions deter you. Remember, boundaries are about protecting your peace, not pleasing others. If someone gets upset because you're standing up for yourself, it reveals more about their expectations than it does about your worth. Stay firm and grounded in your decision, knowing that true friends and respectful colleagues will understand and adapt. Setting boundaries requires practice and patience. You won't master it overnight, and that's okay. With each step you take toward asserting your needs, you build confidence and strengthen your self-respect. Each boundary you set becomes a testament to your growth and commitment to self-care. Don't be afraid to start small, testing out your voice in situations that feel manageable. Over time, you'll find it easier to assert yourself, even in the face of resistance or judgment. Setting boundaries empowers you to live authentically. When you define your limits, you're no longer living according to others' expectations. You're setting the tone for a life that reflects your values and priorities. Boundaries liberate you from the pressure to conform, allowing you to make choices based on what feels right for you. By establishing and honoring your boundaries, you step into a version of yourself that is self-assured, resilient, and ready to navigate life on your terms. Committing to self-improvement is one of the most powerful choices you can make. This isn't about temporary motivation or bursts of enthusiasm. It's about a steady, intentional decision to grow every day. Self-improvement is a lifelong journey, one that demands curiosity, discipline, and a willingness to face the truth about who you are. It's the choice to continually invest in yourself, and by doing so, to invest in your future. This journey requires you to recognize your current abilities, confront your limitations, and take steps to bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. One of the first steps in committing to self-improvement is to cultivate a mindset of curiosity and openness. Growth happens when you're willing to explore new ideas and challenge your existing beliefs. Read widely, learn from others, and seek out new experiences that stretch your understanding of the world. Curiosity keeps you humble, reminding you that there's always more to learn. This mindset opens doors, showing you paths you may not have considered, and it helps you stay adaptable in an ever-changing world. When you commit to lifelong learning, you're telling yourself and others that you're never done growing. Another crucial element of self-improvement is identifying your strengths and weaknesses with honesty and clarity. Many people shy away from examining their shortcomings, but true growth requires you to look at them directly. By acknowledging your weaknesses, you create a map for improvement. Maybe you're strong in some areas but lack confidence in others. Recognize those gaps and make a plan to address them. Self-awareness is a gift that reveals where you have room to grow, and it empowers you to focus your energy in the right direction. Knowing yourself fully is the foundation of all meaningful self-improvement. To build on self-awareness, you must also set clear, achievable goals for yourself. Without specific goals, self-improvement becomes vague and unstructured. Ask yourself what you want to accomplish in your personal and professional life, and create milestones that keep you on track. When your goals are clear, your efforts become more focused, and you're less likely to be distracted by temporary setbacks. Setting goals keeps you accountable, and it gives you a sense of purpose in everything you do. These goals are your markers of progress, and they provide motivation to keep pushing forward. Self-improvement also requires a disciplined approach to time and energy. It's not enough to want to improve, you have to commit the time to make it happen. This might mean setting aside an hour each day for learning or waking up earlier to exercise and reflect. Small daily actions compound over time, leading to lasting change. Discipline is what turns your intentions into reality, and it's the key to making progress even on days when you're not feeling particularly inspired. By setting a routine around your growth, you ensure that self-improvement becomes an ingrained part of your life. Another fundamental aspect of self-improvement is resilience. Growth is not a straight path, and there will be setbacks along the way. Resilience allows you to face failure without losing hope. Every setback is an opportunity to learn, to adjust, and to come back stronger. It's essential to understand that failure is not the end, but part of the process. By cultivating resilience, you develop the strength to keep moving forward despite obstacles. This resilience becomes the backbone of your commitment to self-improvement, helping you to remain consistent in the face of challenges. Self-improvement also involves surrounding yourself with people who inspire and challenge you. The company you keep has a significant impact on your mindset and motivation. Seek out mentors, friends, and colleagues who encourage your growth and hold you accountable. When you spend time with people who are also committed to growth, their energy and insights will fuel your journey. Positive influences help you see new possibilities and give you the support needed to push through difficult times. By being selective about your relationships, you create an environment that nurtures your self-improvement. A commitment to self-improvement also means being open to feedback. Feedback, whether positive or critical, offers valuable insights into areas where you can grow. It's easy to become defensive or dismissive when you receive constructive criticism, but embracing feedback can be transformative. By viewing feedback as a tool for improvement, you learn to refine your approach, sharpen your skills, and avoid repeating mistakes. A growth mindset means welcoming input from others, especially when it's constructive, because it's another opportunity to move closer to your goals. Another powerful component of self-improvement is embracing change. Growth requires change, and change can be uncomfortable, even intimidating. Self-improvement often means stepping out of your comfort zone, trying new things, and letting go of old habits that no longer serve you. Embrace change as a natural part of the journey, rather than something to be feared. When you're open to change, you're less likely to cling to the past and more willing to create the future you envision. Change becomes a catalyst for growth, and by accepting it, you free yourself to evolve into the person you aspire to be. Self-improvement is deeply rooted in consistency. True growth doesn't come from sporadic efforts or one-time achievements. It's the result of persistent, steady action over time. The small, consistent efforts you make every day add up to significant change. Whether it's reading a few pages each night, practicing a skill regularly, or dedicating time each week to reflection, consistency ensures that you're continually moving forward. Self-improvement is a marathon, not a sprint, and the discipline to stay consistent is what ultimately leads to profound, lasting transformation. Discipline is the backbone of every meaningful pursuit. While motivation can provide an initial spark, it's discipline that sustains you when enthusiasm fades. Motivation is fleeting, it's there one moment, gone the next. Discipline, on the other hand, is the ability to keep moving forward, regardless of how you feel. It's waking up each day and making a choice to commit to the tasks at hand, even when the excitement has worn off. Discipline doesn't rely on feeling good or inspired, it simply relies on showing up and doing the work, no matter what. When you embrace discipline, you develop a habit of consistency that goes beyond temporary moods. Motivation may get you started, but discipline ensures that you continue even on the hard days. Life will inevitably bring moments of doubt, fatigue, or frustration, and in these moments, discipline is your anchor. It keeps you grounded and focused on your goals. By committing to discipline, you create a structure for success that doesn't waver with your emotions or circumstances. It's the difference between following through and giving up when things get tough. Discipline is about building habits that align with your goals, regardless of external circumstances. Successful people are not necessarily more motivated than others, they are simply more disciplined. They've cultivated habits that drive them to act, even when they're not feeling particularly inspired. This means that they can make progress even on days when their energy or mood is low. Over time, these habits become second nature, removing the need to feel motivated. Discipline allows you to operate on autopilot, consistently putting in the effort that leads to long-term success. In embracing discipline, you also learn the value of delayed gratification. Discipline teaches you to resist short-term temptations for long-term rewards. It's easy to give in to distractions or momentary pleasures, but discipline reminds you of the bigger picture. When you choose discipline over instant satisfaction, you're investing in future growth. This ability to prioritize your goals over immediate rewards builds resilience and mental strength. It teaches you to wait, to be patient, and to stay focused on what truly matters rather than what feels good in the moment. Discipline also fosters self-respect. Every time you choose to follow through on a commitment, you build trust in yourself. When you say you'll do something and then actually do it, you're proving to yourself that your words mean something. This internal trust reinforces your self-esteem and confidence. The more disciplined you are, the more you believe in your ability to achieve your goals. By consistently honoring your commitments, you strengthen your self-worth, knowing that you can depend on yourself even when the going gets tough. One of the most powerful aspects of discipline is that it teaches you how to master your mind. The mind is naturally drawn to comfort and ease, but discipline helps you override these tendencies. Instead of letting your mind control you, discipline allows you to control your mind. This mastery means you can push past excuses, doubts, and negative self-talk that would otherwise hold you back. Through discipline, you gain mental toughness, the ability to stay on track, regardless of internal resistance. It's a skill that becomes invaluable in the face of obstacles. Discipline also brings structure to your life. When you create a disciplined routine, you eliminate unnecessary decision-making. You don't waste time deciding whether or not to do something because you've already committed to doing it. This structure simplifies your day, freeing up mental energy that can be used for more important tasks. Discipline streamlines your efforts, helping you work more efficiently. With a structured routine, you know what needs to be done and when, which keeps you organized and focused on what truly matters. In embracing discipline, you develop a resilience that goes beyond motivation. Motivation is often dependent on external factors, a good mood, a positive environment, or the right circumstances. Discipline, however, is self-generated. It doesn't depend on outside influences. By relying on discipline rather than motivation, you build an inner strength that can withstand any situation. You become someone who can keep going regardless of challenges or setbacks. This resilience becomes a defining trait, allowing you to face adversity without losing sight of your goals. Discipline also requires self-compassion and forgiveness. It's natural to falter occasionally, to have days where you slip or fall short. Discipline doesn't mean perfection, it means persistence. When you commit to discipline, you learn to acknowledge your mistakes without being defeated by them. You pick yourself up, you refocus, and you keep going. Discipline teaches you to approach setbacks with patience, viewing them as part of the journey rather than as failures. This balance of accountability and self-compassion strengthens your ability to stay consistent over time. Discipline allows you to experience true freedom. At first, discipline might feel restrictive, as it requires you to make sacrifices and stick to a routine. But over time, discipline gives you control over your life. By mastering your habits and actions, you're no longer a slave to impulses or distractions. Discipline frees you from the whims of motivation and empowers you to shape your life according to your own intentions. It's the foundation for lasting success, giving you the power to turn your goals into reality. Solitude and self-reflection are invaluable tools for personal growth. In a world that's constantly buzzing with distractions, taking time for yourself can feel like a radical act. Solitude allows you to step away from the noise and pressures of daily life, creating a space where you can reconnect with who you are. When you choose to embrace solitude, you're giving yourself the gift of focus. It's in these quiet moments that you can examine your thoughts, feelings, and aspirations with clarity. Solitude is an opportunity to ground yourself and reconnect with your purpose, away from the demands of others. Self-reflection is the process of looking inward, of asking yourself questions that reveal your values, desires, and motivations. When you take time to reflect, you become your own guide, making sense of your experiences and learning from them. Self-reflection allows you to understand the patterns in your life, why you do what you do, and how those actions align with your goals. By taking the time to look within, you gain insight into your strengths and weaknesses, empowering you to make better decisions. Self-reflection is not about judging yourself, it's about understanding and growing. Solitude offers a unique environment for self-reflection because it removes outside influences. When you're alone, you're not swayed by other people's opinions or expectations. This absence of external input allows you to listen to your own voice, to connect with your authentic self. Solitude gives you the freedom to explore what you truly think and feel without interference. In these moments, you can discover parts of yourself that may have been overshadowed by societal pressures or the influence of others. Solitude is a reminder that, at the core, you have everything you need within yourself. Through self-reflection, you gain a better understanding of your past. It allows you to revisit experiences, both positive and negative, and to consider the lessons they hold. Reflecting on the past helps you see how far you've come and what you've overcome, providing a sense of growth and resilience. It also gives you the chance to forgive yourself for past mistakes, to let go of regret, and to move forward with greater wisdom. By examining your past, you can uncover the motivations behind your actions, helping you to make choices that better align with who you want to be. You can think deeply about your future. Self-reflection enables you to set clear goals based on your values and aspirations rather than on external expectations. When you take time to reflect in solitude, you're creating a roadmap for where you want to go. You're identifying what truly matters to you and prioritizing those values in your plans. Solitude provides the clarity needed to envision a future that aligns with your purpose, and it helps you set intentions that guide you toward meaningful progress. It's in this space of quiet that the future takes shape. Solitude and self-reflection also nurture creativity and innovation. When your mind is free from distractions, it has the space to wander and explore new ideas. In solitude, you can let your thoughts flow without interruption, tapping into creative solutions and perspectives that may not emerge in a busy environment. Self-reflection encourages you to consider multiple viewpoints, to question assumptions, and to think critically. This creative freedom often leads to breakthroughs and fresh insights that can transform both your personal and professional life. Solitude becomes a wellspring of inspiration. Self-reflection in solitude builds emotional resilience by helping you process your feelings in a healthy way. When you take time to sit with your emotions, rather than avoiding or suppressing them, you learn to understand them better. This process allows you to confront difficult feelings such as anger, sadness, or disappointment, and to explore their sources. By acknowledging these emotions without judgment, you build a stronger emotional foundation. Over time, this resilience allows you to handle challenges with greater calm and clarity, as you've developed a deeper understanding of your emotional responses. Solitude also teaches you to be comfortable with yourself. Many people feel uncomfortable being alone, as it confronts them with their own thoughts and insecurities. However, learning to embrace solitude is a powerful form of self-acceptance. When you become comfortable in your own company, you're no longer dependent on others for validation or fulfillment. You realize that you can find contentment within yourself. This self-reliance builds confidence and independence, empowering you to navigate life with greater assurance. Solitude transforms from something to fear into a source of inner strength. By valuing solitude and self-reflection, you become more intentional in your relationships. Time alone helps you clarify what you want from your connections with others and what you're willing to give. Self-reflection helps you recognize unhealthy patterns or imbalances in your relationships, allowing you to make adjustments that honor your well-being. Solitude strengthens your sense of self, so when you're with others, you can engage authentically without losing yourself. This clarity leads to healthier, more meaningful relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. Solitude and self-reflection are practices that bring peace and mindfulness into your life. In solitude, you're not rushing or multitasking, you're simply being. This mindfulness helps you develop a greater appreciation for the present moment, for the small, simple aspects of life that often go unnoticed. Self-reflection allows you to cultivate gratitude as you recognize the blessings and growth you've experienced. Through these practices, you become more grounded, aware, and connected to the world around you. Practicing emotional intelligence is essential for navigating relationships, managing stress, and achieving personal success. Emotional intelligence isn't just about understanding others, it begins with knowing yourself. It's the ability to recognize your own emotions, to understand how they affect your actions, and to regulate them in a way that serves your goals. Practicing emotional intelligence means paying attention to your emotional triggers, acknowledging them, and responding thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. It's about harnessing emotions as a tool rather than being controlled by them. One of the first steps in developing emotional intelligence is building self-awareness. This requires honesty and reflection, a willingness to look inward and examine what drives your feelings. Self-awareness helps you identify patterns in your emotional responses, whether it's a tendency to get defensive, to feel anxious, or to react strongly to criticism. By understanding these patterns, you can catch yourself in moments of heightened emotion, which allows you to pause and assess your response. With self-awareness, you're no longer a prisoner of your emotions, you're in the driver's seat. Self-regulation is the next critical component of emotional intelligence. Once you're aware of your emotions, the next step is learning how to manage them effectively. Self-regulation doesn't mean suppressing your feelings or pretending they don't exist. Instead, it involves channeling your emotions in ways that are constructive rather than destructive. When you practice self-regulation, you're able to remain calm under pressure, to think clearly in the midst of challenges, and to respond in ways that reflect your values and intentions. It's a skill that empowers you to stay balanced, even when faced with difficult situations. Another vital aspect of emotional intelligence is empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. Empathy allows you to see the world from someone else's perspective, to recognize their emotions, and to respond with compassion. This skill is essential in building trust and creating meaningful connections. When you practice empathy, you listen to others with an open mind, seeking to understand rather than judge. Empathy doesn't mean you agree with everything others feel, but it does mean that you respect their experiences. This level of understanding helps you navigate relationships with greater sensitivity and awareness. Social skills are also a key part of emotional intelligence. These skills allow you to communicate effectively, to resolve conflicts gracefully, and to foster cooperation with others. Good social skills involve being able to read nonverbal cues, to engage in active listening, and to express yourself clearly. When you practice emotional intelligence, you become more attuned to the dynamics of social interactions. This awareness allows you to adjust your communication style to suit different contexts, creating an environment where others feel respected and understood. Emotional intelligence strengthens your ability to work well with others. Practicing emotional intelligence also means learning to manage conflict in a productive way. Conflicts are inevitable, but emotionally intelligent people know how to approach them without escalating tension. They stay calm, listen to all perspectives, and seek solutions that honor everyone's needs. Emotional intelligence allows you to depersonalize conflict, to view it as an opportunity for growth rather than as a personal attack. By focusing on solutions rather than blame, you create an environment where conflicts can be resolved constructively. This skill is crucial in both personal and professional relationships, where conflicts can either build or break trust. Another important element of emotional intelligence is developing resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to maintain a positive outlook, and to keep going despite challenges. Emotional intelligence teaches you to process negative emotions in a way that strengthens you rather than weakens you. It helps you understand that setbacks are part of the journey, and that emotions like frustration, disappointment, and sadness are natural. By practicing resilience, you learn to view challenges as opportunities for growth, and you develop the emotional strength to face adversity without being overwhelmed. Emotional intelligence also involves cultivating a sense of self-motivation. This means finding inner drive and purpose that go beyond external rewards. When you're emotionally intelligent, you're able to set meaningful goals and to stay motivated even when challenges arise. Self-motivation is a powerful force that allows you to persevere, to stay focused, and to push through difficult times. Emotional intelligence helps you connect with your deeper values, which gives you a sense of purpose that fuels your actions. By finding motivation within yourself, you're able to maintain enthusiasm and commitment over the long term. Practicing emotional intelligence is also about being adaptable. Life is full of unexpected changes, and emotional intelligence gives you the flexibility to respond effectively to them. Adaptability means being open to new ideas, staying calm in the face of uncertainty, and adjusting your approach as needed. When you're adaptable, you're better equipped to handle stress and to navigate changing circumstances. Emotional intelligence helps you view change not as a threat, but as an opportunity to grow and learn. By staying adaptable, you cultivate a mindset that embraces challenges with resilience and positivity. Emotional intelligence encourages mindfulness, the practice of being present in the moment and fully engaged with your thoughts and feelings. Mindfulness helps you become more aware of your emotional state and prevents you from reacting impulsively. When you're mindful, you're better able to recognize your emotions as they arise, and you can choose how to respond rather than simply reacting. This practice deepens your self-awareness, enhances your empathy, and improves your interactions with others. Mindfulness grounds you in the present, allowing you to approach each moment with clarity and intention. Staying humble and hungry is a powerful approach to achieving long-term success. Humility keeps you grounded, reminding you that there's always more to learn and that you don't have all the answers. Being humble means acknowledging that you're not defined by your past accomplishments alone. It's an attitude that resists arrogance and pride, recognizing that true growth comes from a willingness to learn from others. Humility allows you to stay connected with people around you, to be open to new perspectives, and to remain teachable in every stage of life. While humility keeps you grounded, hunger keeps you driven. Hunger is the desire for growth, for pushing your limits, for consistently striving to become better. This hunger is what fuels you to go beyond the status quo, to set goals that challenge you, and to put in the effort required to reach them. Hunger isn't about dissatisfaction, it's about ambition and the drive to maximize your potential. When you stay hungry, you maintain a sense of purpose that propels you forward, even when obstacles arise. This hunger keeps you actively engaged with your goals, inspiring you to achieve more. Humility and hunger together create a balanced mindset. Humility without hunger can lead to complacency, while hunger without humility can lead to arrogance. When you combine these qualities, you develop the ability to pursue excellence without losing sight of who you are. Humble people don't feel the need to boast about their successes. Instead, they focus on the journey and the work required. Hunger gives them the energy to pursue their dreams, but humility ensures that they remain respectful of others and appreciative of the process. This balance fosters a mindset of sustainable growth. A humble and hungry attitude helps you learn from setbacks. When you're humble, you're able to accept constructive criticism and to view mistakes as learning opportunities rather than failures. Hunger motivates you to keep going, to improve upon your weaknesses, and to turn setbacks into comebacks. Instead of feeling defeated, you approach challenges with resilience and a growth mindset. Staying humble and hungry means that every experience, good or bad, becomes a stepping stone. You're willing to learn from every failure, knowing that each lesson is a part of your journey toward success. Humility and hunger foster genuine connections. Humility allows you to listen, to value others' input, and to appreciate diverse perspectives. It keeps you from acting superior or dismissive, making you approachable and open-hearted. Hunger, on the other hand, inspires people around you by showing your dedication and passion. When you're humble and hungry, you become someone others want to support and collaborate with. This combination of humility and ambition draws people in, encouraging teamwork and shared growth. It's a powerful way to build meaningful, lasting relationships based on mutual respect and shared goals. Staying humble and hungry also keeps you focused on continuous improvement. Humility reminds you that no matter how much you achieve, there's always more to learn. This attitude keeps you curious, always seeking to expand your knowledge and skills. Hunger drives you to put in the effort required for this improvement, pushing you to step out of your comfort zone. This mindset of ongoing growth prevents you from becoming stagnant or complacent. It encourages you to keep evolving, to stay relevant, and to pursue excellence, no matter what you've already achieved. A humble and hungry attitude makes you resilient in the face of success. Many people lose sight of their values when they experience success, allowing ego and pride to take over. When you stay humble, you remember that success is not a destination but a continuous journey. Hunger ensures that you don't settle, that you keep setting new goals and challenging yourself even after reaching milestones. This perspective keeps you grounded, reminding you that each success is simply a stepping stone toward your next goal. You celebrate your achievements, but remain focused on future growth. Humility and hunger together help you stay adaptable. When you're humble, you're open to change because you recognize that you don't have all the answers. You're willing to listen to new ideas, to learn from others, and to adjust your approach. Hunger drives you to embrace change as a way to improve and advance. Instead of fearing the unknown, you see it as an opportunity for growth. Staying humble and hungry means you're prepared to adapt, to evolve, and to respond effectively to changing circumstances. This adaptability is essential for thriving in a constantly shifting world. Staying humble and hungry fosters a sense of gratitude. Humble people appreciate what they have and acknowledge the support of others in their journey. They don't take their blessings for granted, which cultivates a deep sense of gratitude. Hunger, meanwhile, drives you to value every opportunity, to see every moment as a chance to grow and learn. When you're humble and hungry, you're grateful not only for your achievements, but for the process itself. This gratitude helps you stay positive and motivated, even during challenging times, and it reminds you of the value of every step along the way. Staying humble and hungry gives you a lasting sense of purpose. Humility reminds you that you're part of something larger, that your actions impact others and contribute to a greater whole. Hunger fuels you to make a meaningful difference, to pursue goals that resonate with your values, and to strive for impact rather than recognition. Together, these qualities create a purpose-driven life where success is defined not by status or accolades, but by the positive impact you make. Staying humble and hungry aligns your goals with a higher purpose, making every effort more fulfilling and rewarding.